House to Home, brought to you by RE/MAX Diamond Realty.
All right, my friends, a couple hours ago, I got an interesting question from an online viewer saying, Jason, can you please ask Gina and Liz from RE/MAX Diamond Realty Guam, what is the difference between a real estate broker and a real estate agent? And the timing was perfect because they were coming in the studio today. So here they are, Liz and Gina, once again. Half a day, ladies.
Half a day, Jason.
All right, beautiful smile, beautiful hair.
Thank you.
Very nice. Okay, and beautiful information, apparently, because do you guys get this very often about what the difference between a broker and a real estate agent or a realtor is? You know,
yeah, I mean,
blurred lines?
we get asked often.
What's the simple answer?
The simple answer is the difference between a realtor and someone who just practices real estate, who just has a license to do real estate, is that realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. We've got a code of ethics that we have to adhere to, and we are held to a higher standard in our industry. Realtors are professionals in their field. Especially in our office, we really mandate to our agents that education, the more you know, the better off you can serve the community and your customers. And so education becomes a real big part of our training process.
And licensure, as you just said. So is it kind of the difference, Liz, between, you know, like on Guam, we'd say someone who's actually gone to med school and has, you know, all this certification and is a doctor that can say, I know you've got the flu, versus somebody that says, hey, no, boy, just put Salumpus on.
Well, as realtors, we are, as Gina puts it, we are bound by a code of ethics. So, for example, if someone assisted a customer and and there were some issues with the process, there's a recourse. They could go to the Guam Board of, the Guam Association of Realtors and file a grievance, which goes through a process. But it's like we have a higher standard to live by so we could better serve the community. So if there are any issues, at least there's recourse. Now, real estate agent, real estate broker, the broker actually can open up their office and practice, and then an agent could operate under the broker's license, because the broker is ultimately responsible for anything that that agent does. So if anything goes wrong within that particular office, the recourse would be to go to the Guam Association of Realtors.
Gina, is it fair to say that because you guys are licensed and because you guys subscribe to that code of ethics, the information you're going to give obviously is a lot more verifiable, and you guys also have access to resources like, you know, MLS and things like that you can actually pass on to the customer that maybe the garden variety person that just, you know, wants to give advice may not have?
Yes, it's fair to say that, and we're also mandated by the code of ethics that we cannot give information on something that we're not familiar with. So like if I only do residential real estate, and all of a sudden I have a customer who comes in and says, Gina, I've got this commercial building, will you help me with it? I'm obligated by the code of ethics to say, you know what, I don't have a lot of experience in that field. Are you okay working with me? We're supposed to do that. But like everything else, I want to say that people get into the real estate because of the flexibility. And so we're flexible to interpret all of these things based on how we want to do our business. That's just the nature of real estate. You know, we're self-employed. We do work under the umbrella of our brokers, but we are self-employed. We're self-disciplined. Some offices are really strong in education and policy, and some, you know, feel that you're in the self-employment industry anyway. You're self-employed, so you can more or less govern yourself. You should know better. And so everybody gets to operate their business the way they choose. So it's not all equal. So for the consumer, what I want to say is, when you find somebody that you're comfortable with and you could tell that this agent is adhering to the code and has integrity and honesty and seems hardworking, stick to them. You know, because we all have gut feelings, you know, like, I know I like you, Jace, but...
Well, thank you. I like you too.
I may not like the next anchor person. You know, we all have a chemistry. We talk to each other. You get to know your realtor, right?
And I'm not going to tell Sabrina that, but thank you very much.
You know, but you know what I mean. You're going to interview your real estate agent pretty much the same way you interview other professionals in your life.
It's kind of like if you're going online and you're checking on something, if you're looking for an agent, you want to see what are their specialties, what do they focus on, because that would be the person you're looking for. It's kind of like you're screening them to see which will serve your needs. On Guam, you know, Gina and I pretty much cover the whole area in real estate. You know, whether from development to houses to land, we're kind of like the jack of all trades, but between the two of us, we're always taking classes so that we could keep improving, and we recommend that with people in the real estate industry. Keep taking classes because it just enhances your ability to better serve your community.
And never stop learning, never stop improving.
Never
Yeah,
stop.
never.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we are going to go to our commercial break. Ladies, thank you so much for the information. And I must say, I was down in Moleso this past weekend for the Crab Festival. And coming back up from the south, back up here to Harmon, I must have seen at least 20 to 25 signs of each of you and everything like that.
Remax.
So
Great.
It's everywhere you
It's
want to
everywhere.
be.
specifically the two of you, I saw your two beautiful faces at least, you know, a bunch of times coming through Jonyo all the way back
Terrific.
here. So
Yeah.
you guys are doing quite good work. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Okay.
And we'll see you on the flip side of this break. Please stay tuned.